What's up and welcome to another YouTube video. My name is Eddie and I am still addicted to Marvel Snap, and it's time to look at another character set of variants and rank them from worst to best. Once again, we're picking something from the comment section right over here. Bam, we are looking at Galactus. So let's jump right into it. Galactus is right over here. He is a 6 energy, 2 power card, and his on reveal is that if he's the only card in that location, he destroys the other 2 locations, which means that we're now all playing in just one lane for the remainder of the game. Galactus is all over the place in the meta right now. I don't know about you guys, but this is all I'm seeing. We are right now in April, so if you're watching this, depending which time of the year that you're watching it, April 2023, he's everywhere, man. Like every second game, I think I had on stream this weekend about 14 games in a row of Galactus players. It was wild. He's everywhere, but I do think he's a great card. I think it's a cool card. I don't think he's overpowered. I don't think there's anything wrong with him. I think he's just played too much at the moment. I don't mind seeing him every once in a while, but he's everywhere. That's the biggest problem. But we're not here to talk about him. We're here to talk about his variants. So let's jump in. As always, we're going to look at every single variant, and then we're going to rank them from our least favorite to our favorite. If you want me to rank a character in the future, comment down below what character I should do next. Also, make sure to tell me which ones your favorites and least favorite of his variants are. And as always, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more variants. All right, let's jump right into it. We've got the Pixel one, a baby one, Lifebringer. This one doesn't have a name, but it's pretty cool. Flaviano, Kim Jacinto, or Kim Jacinto? Jacinto or Jacinto? I don't know how to say it. And then the Chibi one. Anyways, let's jump right into it. First up is the variant for the Pixel variant over here. So it says here it's unknown, which means that this one is not in the game yet. I gotta be honest, I think it's kind of just bleh. It's another one of those bleh one. You know, Pixels, there's always the really bad ones, the really good ones, and then the ones in the middle. These are the one. This is one of the ones that lands in the middle. The really bad ones are so bad they're good. The good ones, you know, stand out for being pretty cool. This one is just kind of just like a whatever. So this is kind of like, even though it's the middle of the pack, it's actually, I prefer the so bad it's good ones over these ones. So this is one of the ones that I would not be excited to have, and I would not spend any gold on, and I would not want to own. So that's kind of where I feel about this one. It's not bad. I mean, it's, you know, it's Galactus and everything, but I don't know. I feel like the other ones are definitely much better than this one, and a lot of Pixel ones are better than this one, or worse to a funnier point than this one. So again, bottom of the barrel in my opinion. Next up, we've got the baby one from Scotty Young. Fantastic. I adore this one. I've seen this one so many times here. Him with the lollipop, but it's the planet Earth on it with all the Avenger characters on top of it. Amazing. I love this one. It really fits within the fact that even in a baby form, he's still eating a candy, which is the Earth, which makes him look giant. And I think this is such a good one. This is one of the first variants that I saw of Galactus, and almost instantly I was like, this is a great one. I'm pretty sure this one's a 700 gold one. 100% if I saw this in the shop, it would be an insta buy, and I'd be super excited to own this one. I don't have Galactus yet, so that's why I can't actually own any of the variants at the moment. But I can't wait to get Galactus and then start getting all of these variants with him, because he has a lot of good ones. Next up, we got the Lifebringer one. I gotta admit, this one is so cool, but the base card over here with the black background is kind of lame. I've seen this one with the gold background. Oh my god, this looks incredible. So as a base card, I gotta say, like, I gotta judge it the same way I judge every other one. The fact that there's just nothing going on in the background takes away a little bit from the card. Once it's upgraded, it is worth it. It is way cooler with that gold background, but you gotta upgrade it so many times to get there. But it's not a bad one. He looks great in his gold suit here. I think this is also a 700 gold one, which makes it once again absolutely worth it for that price. I just think that the base model of this one is not as exciting as when you upgrade it and you get it to a point where it looks much better. Well done to Kenneth Rocafort and Christian Ward. One day I'm going to get all these names down 100%. Next up, we got Granov over here. This one doesn't have an official name for it, but it is also 700 gold, and I gotta say instantly, this one is freaking incredible. Terrifying. Imagine being on, like, the one that Galactus is staring at right now as a regular human, basically. Absolutely terrifying. Makes him look giant and incredibly badass and terrifying, and I think that's what you want from Galactus. Normally, I don't like character art that makes the character look way too real, and this one is 100% a real version of Galactus, but for some reason, this one works for me. I think that the drawing style from Addy Makes him look really good. His suit doesn't look silly, and a lot of times the faces are the parts that are hardest to nail, in my opinion. And it looks like this guy, Addy, guy or girl, sorry, nailed 100% what the face should look like, because this is incredible. The background, him being in the clouds with the buildings, incredible. This is a 100% a 10 out of 10 variant, in my opinion. And at 700 gold, I am kind of shocked that this one's only 700 gold. You would expect something like this to be 1200 or even an ultimate variant. If this was ultimate, I would still think that this would be one of the best ultimate variants in the game. But for 700 gold, this is a steal, 100%. All right. Next up, we got Flaviano. Now, this one is 1200 gold, which kind of is silly in my opinion, because the other ones, some of the other ones are same quality but for cheaper, which is a little bit weird. This one, please don't increase the price of the other ones, decrease the price of this one. That's what I'm trying to say. This one is awesome. I love the color scheme of this one. The lot more bright colors than the last couple ones we've seen, right? Like this one obviously doesn't have as many colors. This one obviously has the gold, but like everything else, the colors are not popping as much as this one over here. Him holding, I'm guessing this is a planet that he's about to destroy. I don't really know what exactly this is supposed to be. If you do know, let me know in the comments, but I adore this one. Fantastic. I wish it wasn't 1200. That kind of takes away, but once again, the background here, him being in the planets and like in the galaxy with the planets in the background, fantastic. And the color scheme on this one is really good. His face is a little weird for me in this one, but I don't think that's necessarily like an art problem. I just think that that's the way the Galactus is supposed to look, so it takes away just a little bit for me. But again, incredible card. Next up is, I'm just gonna call him Kim Jacinto, even though I'm pretty sure I got it wrong. This one is unknown, which means it's not in the game yet, so we don't know if it's gonna be a ultimate 1200 or 700 gold one. I really like this one. I will say, sorry, I always talk about the fact that I like when they take a character and completely change his style, and this is one of those cards where he looks very drastically different from every other card. And even the color scheme, right? There's a lot more green in this one. The background looks really good too. I've got nothing bad to say about this one. Well, actually, I'm not a huge fan of what his face once again looks like in this one. It looks a little bit older than the other ones, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It's just, you know, it's just a little noticing thing here. Very cool. Love how different it is from everything else. This one is going to be judged a lot more based on how much it costs when it releases. So if obviously if this was an ultimate variant, I don't know if it would be worth the ultimate variant just because of how good the other ones are. 700 gold, this is obviously a must buy in my opinion. And 1200, I would say it's a good one because it's very different from everything else. So it's not necessarily a bad one at that price. And we got one last one to look at, the Chibi one. Okay, now you guys know me by now. If you watch all of my videos, you haven't watched them, I have a playlist of all my variants, so make sure to go watch all the rankings from the previous videos. Chibi is my #1 collection. I want to collect all the Chibis, and Galactus looks awesome in Chibi here. I kind of wish the background had a little bit more going in it, but this is so good. This is unknown, which means it's not in the game yet. Yeah, so we are 1, 2, 3 of them are not in the game yet. This Chibi one is not in the game yet. I gotta try and get Galactus and the Chibi before anyone else if I can. So that's gonna be really cool. I can't wait for them to release this one into the game. Fantastic. His style, the Chibi style, in my opinion, just works so well overall of almost every character. I can't think of any character that I don't like the Chibi style, and this one works really well. If you guys have ever played the board game Marvel United, he looks and reminds me of what that character is gonna look like when they add him to that board game. I love that game as well, so that's probably where my love for this comes in, because they're like all Chibi Chibi versions in that board game too, and they just announced that Galactus is on the way with that game too. So I think that really adds to my love to this game because of the board game and the art style. Fantastic. Once again, I gotta judge the background, kind of bland, just like the galaxy. I wish there was a bit more going on, kind of like this one over here from Addy had a lot more as well. So those are all the variants from Galactus. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 7 of them. So now we got to rank them from our least favorite to our favorite. This is tough. I got to admit right now, just by looking at them, I think there's a clear-cut #7. And then everything else, I can totally see everyone having a different opinion on which one is the top or the bottom of the list. So I'm going to just kind of do this. As always, I do this live, so if you guys want, while I do this, comment which one is your favorite and least favorite of all of them. I think I'm gonna go here, and yeah, like this. Okay, there we go. So My number 7, my least favorite, is, without a doubt, the Pixel one. It's the only one that I do not want for my collection, and I wouldn't be excited to own. It is Galactus. It's still Pixel, so I wouldn't be, like, super upset, but it is one of the ones that I'm just kind of like, It's no Hellcow. It's no Watu. You're right? Like, it's not those ones. It's really bad. It's just kind of bleh, so it's just there. My number 6 is the Lifebringer one. Now, right instantly, this is probably a lot of people's number 1, so the fact that it's so low on the list for me might upset some people. Don't be upset. It's a personal ranking. You guys can rank them however you want, but I'm putting it at the bottom of the list because, like I said, when I look at the card alone, no upgrades or anything, this one has the least amount going for it with just the completely black background. Nothing exciting about it. With the gold border, the gold upgraded one, this card looks insane, but I don't want to give it higher notes because when it's upgraded, it looks good. Right now, Galactus looks awesome, but there's just nothing else there with it to add value to that card, in my opinion. So, bottom of the list for me. My number 5 is the baby one. Once again, nothing wrong with this one. I talked about how much I actually adore this one from the get-go, and I really want it. I just think the other 4 are better. It's cute. I like it, but I think with a character like Galactus and the ability that Galactus has, I think I'd prefer his style being more of the epic badass style more than the cute side for him. I mean, I know I put the Chibi ones up high too, but like just for this one, I'm putting it a bit lower just for that sense. My number 4 is Jacinto. This one is going to go up or down based on what the result is when we actually know the price of it. But right now, I think this card is stellar, really cool. I don't think it's worth the ultimate variant version, so that's why I'm having it at number 4. I could see this bumping up if it was 700 or 1200, but we still don't know yet. But the card is awesome. Really like the change of colors, right? Again, like I said, the more yellow and green instead of the blue from the basic of all the other ones. But fantastic card. My number 3 is a Flaviano over here. Once again, the colors just pop for this one. And this is another one of the... Oh, this is a 1200 one, but this is one of the ones that I just love. I do think it's worth the 1200 because of how epic he looks, how badass he looks, and the fact that you can clearly see how huge he is by just holding a planet in his hand. And you can see the other planets and stars around him being tiny compared to him. Fantastic. Very, really cool one. I also just generally like Flaviano's art style. Number 2 is the Chibi one. This is a personal pick for me. You guys know me. I'm just a huge fan of the Chibis, so Chibis are just naturally going to be much higher on the list for me. I wish, again, the background had a lot more going for it. If the background had more going, this would be my number 1. So, really, the background just being the stars, him in the galaxy takes away. And like I said, I do want my Galactus to look more on the badass style, so that also takes away a little bit for me, but just the fact that he's Chibi, I gotta put him up high on the list. I just love this art style so much. And number 1, without a doubt, is Granov's right over here. This is the most perfect variant for an epic card like this. Make him terrifying, make him look amazing. You see this card flip over with this variant, and instantly you poop your pants, right? He destroys the board. You see him on the board. Oh, so good. Incredible. This is without a doubt my favorite variant for Galactus, and I would say probably top 10 best variants in the game overall when you compare all characters. There's a lot more as well, but this is an insta buy for 700 gold. This is the cheapest versions of the variants you can get. You can get this one in a mystery set. You can get this anywhere for this. This is incredible. This is what I want. I want every card to look this good for that price. This is a must own, and I think that it's number 1 without a doubt. And I'm pretty sure most of you guys would agree that this has got to be top tier for the game as well. Maybe not your favorite, but it's up there for sure. And that's the list. As always, which one was your favorite, your least favorite? What character should I do next? What is the lore of Galactus that I may have missed from all of these characters, like the Lifebringer and everything? Make sure to comment everything down below. Also, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and come hang out with us on Twitch, where we play Marvel Snap 3 to 4 times a week on that channel. We try out some decks, we're trying to climb, we're trying to enjoy the game, and hit that infinite and everything before the new season starts. All right, everybody, that's the end of the video. Have a good rest of your day. Take care. Bye-bye.